All right, what is up, everybody? Coach Chad here, CEO of the Next Level Coaching Academy. We got another episode of the Fit CEO podcast with our awesome guest, Ed Turney. Ed, I actually don't know your role, and I forgot to ask before the
There you go.
podcast, but what is your exact role? And give us a little backstory on you.
Yeah, sure. The exact title for Prestige Labs is Head of Growth. So I oversee marketing, sales, product, brand, pretty much all the things except technology because I ain't that guy. So
I'm not that guy either. That's why we're on Zoom and not Riverside.
yeah. Me and Chad were just joking about how we forget our passwords to logins constantly, and our teams get mad at us, even though they probably sent it to us 16 different times. Yeah, as far as background, I was a client of Gym Launch and Prestige Labs, which is Alex and Layla Hormozi's first company, or their first big company, which is still a part of the acquisition.com portfolio. And after about 2.5 years of being a client, I sold my gyms and exited, and then I was hanging out doing nothing. And then Alex called me because we'd become, friendly over the years of all the different events I went to. And he was like, "Hey man, so what are you up to?" And I'm like, "Nothing." I'm like, "I got no responsibilities. I'm single. I'm on like Tinder every day." He's like laughing. He's like, "Well, I have a role for you to kind of come and oversee the affiliate sales for Prestige Labs, which is a supplement company that supports the gym launch clients and other, gym owners and online coaches." And I was like, "That sounds like fun." And it was supposed to be a 3-month project, and then next week will be 3 years with the company. And it literally feels like a flash, like it just happened. And that's the short background.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm actually I'm reading Alex's book right now. I'm in the chapter about affiliates. So
Prestige.
everything he's writing about there is what you built. Is that fair to say?
I definitely didn't build it. It was already in place before I got there. I would say I'm the first person that was like fully focused on just the growth, like driving growth for Prestige. It was Alex in the beginning, and then obviously as attention was split for all the different companies, Prestige took a little bit of a back burner seat, and then that was the reason that they brought someone in to be full time attention to drive the affiliate sales and fulfillment stuff. So I definitely didn't build it, but I've done my best to innovate on top of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a shit ton of responsibility. I know last time we talked, I think it was last year, maybe in January, you said that you guys were doing a challenge and the giveaway was a six figures, $100,000. Is that right?
Yeah, last September we gave away 100, and then this year we've given away another 100 between two challenges. We did like 50K and 50K. Yeah, it's a interesting amount of pressure to go live for 4,000 people on Facebook and pitch supplements. It's an interesting. It was definitely one of the biggest calls of my career so far. It was cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. We're going to talk about how that all applies to online, but real quick, just if you could walk people through what that looks like in terms of what you do and what these launches look like to give some context there, and then we'll pivot into how to do that online.
Yeah, so Prestige Labs was made by gym owners for gym owners, whether it's online or in person, doesn't really matter, to basically help their clients get even better results with supplements. So, whatever your opinion on supplements is, people are going to buy them regardless. So, if they're going to buy them regardless, you should probably recommend something you actually believe in. And so, the process that we always follow is that before you start selling anything, you should actually use it. So, our coaches will get stacks and use them with their teams, their assistant coaches, get good results, believe in the products, and then we give them kind of a done for you sales process to just bolt it onto whatever memberships they buy at their gym or their online coach. But yeah, it's to offset marketing costs, payroll, rent, like whatever fees you have associated with acquiring a client. The supplement sale is developed to offset that. So if you can acquire clients for free, all of a sudden you can scale your business pretty fast, and that's what our main focus is, to help fit pros and gym owners do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know we were talking about it before the call, but I do feel like that's something that's not really talked about in the online space.
Mhm.
Whether it's selling like meal prep or selling supplements, you don't really see a lot of cross sales in the online space. It's just here's my high ticket offer, and maybe I have a couple of tiers of that. Why would you say it's important? Majority of the audience here is online. Why would you say that it's important for them to consider doing something like this?
Well, I think it's important to provide every solution to your client possible. So we know that when Julie, who is my, typical name that I use for a new weight loss client, when Julie signs up for a thing, she's going to go spend money on other stuff too, right? She's going to get new workout clothes. If it's an online coach, she might go get a big box gym membership to do programming that their coach gives them, or she might buy at home equipment. She's going to buy supplements, protein, pre-workout. She's going to buy all the things. the Fitbit. So it's like, why not have the tools and resources for her to buy it through you, since you're the person that spent an hour arm wrestling her to finally make the commitment to change her life, and you probably know way more than the Jake at the vitamin shop, right? So it's like, why are you sending business other places and possibly hurting your clients' results as opposed to just educating them what they actually need? And then we get into like all the limiting beliefs around stuff if you want to, but like, it's going to happen anyway. So you should probably protect your clients and only recommend things you believe in, which comes back to do the thing, use the things, test out everything, and then only recommend what you actually believe in.
Yeah, well, let's actually dive into the limiting beliefs, because I'm sure there's a lot of individuals that have them listening to this. What would you say is the biggest one?
It's that we pretend like our clients are going to think and believe and train like us, right? Which we know is not true, which is why it is frustrating to train weight loss clients at times, right? And so I guarantee, whether you're aware of it or not, you've had a client that you like struggled to sell a couple $100 a month membership to, where you're doing all their macros, all their programming, check in with them literally every day. You're their therapist, all this stuff. And then Julie went to the vitamin store and spent $800 on products because Jake told her to. So like, if that hasn't happened to you, like when you realized it, it's happening to you regardless. So we know that if you train correctly and eat right and are consistent, you will get results. Supplements are not supposed to be a substitution for that. They're supposed to be accelerators for that process. So Dr. Kashi, who you're familiar with, right? PhD at 20, super genius, also the co-author of all of Alex's books. He formulated all the products, being a super biochemist genius, to be accelerators for people that are on the journey. This is us, right? And there's other great companies out there too, like we're not the only ones, right? But if you could accelerate progress and reinforce their progress by even 10 or 15%, you should probably do it. And we always say that supplements are coaching levers, meaning I can't be with Julie all the time, but her pre-workout can be on her counter every day as a like physical reminder to be like, oh, take my pre and go work out, right? We have a sleep product that helps with REM sleep and recovery. It's like, take that, put next to your toothbrush, and then you will have better REM sleep because your cortisol goes down. It's like all these little things that can actually help people get better results and be consistent. If they exist, why not offer it to them? And it shouldn't be about making the money, even though you can make a lot of commissions. It should be about helping the person in all aspects of their transformation.
Yeah, and better results makes more money too.
Yeah, we were just talking about just product and business coaching in general. It's like, if your product is exceptional, you will make lots and lots of money. It's like, focus on your product, focus on the service that you're giving people, and be obsessed about it.
Yeah, 100%. I think the really cool thing that you guys do at Prestige Labs is, and I don't know if this is still true, but you guys get 40%. Is that correct in terms of the cut?
Yeah, top tier affiliates make 40. So between 20 and 40, depending on where you're at.
That's crazy though. What do you know what the average is for other supplement affiliate companies?
Yeah, 15% is like industry average.
Really? What was the decision behind that? I know you're not the man who made the decision, but do you know the
Yeah.
decision?
Yeah, gym owners and coaches need money. And so another thing that we do, which we're very proud of, which is not easy for us to accomplish, we pay in 7-day cycles. So every 7 days, our affiliates get PayPal deposits directly to their bank account, because business owners need money now. They can't wait 45 days for a commission check from their protein company. That's ridiculous, right? So if the goal is to offset marketing and allow, what we call client financed acquisition, right? So like every dollar put into Facebook, I get $5 back. If I can get that on a weekly cadence, like, entrepreneurs can grow faster. And so that was, to quote Alex, right? An offer so good, you would feel stupid saying no, right? To quote his first book.
Yeah, it's also in that second book too.
Sure, yeah. They're both irresistible. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. All right, so let's talk about how this applies in online. So I'm an online coach, right? I want to start using Prestige Labs for my clients, also to grow my business. Where do I put it in the process?
Yeah, so it should be the second meeting, in my experience, to have. So whether you're doing like a set call, then a closed call, or everything's a single call close, or you have like a setter for you, and then they set you for the, the actual discovery, whatever it is, whatever your sales process is, once they pay you money for the thing, whether it's a 12-week, 6-week, 12-month, doesn't matter, there should be a very premium experience onboarding process. Because, I mean, this, like, the first experience a client has with you after they give you money is actually when they're deciding whether they're sticking with you or not. They were in enough pain to give you money, but doesn't mean that they believe that you're their savior so far, right? Like, you got to really wow them. So we have a nutrition onboarding kind of PowerPoint. It is tons of extra deliverables where it's like, protein guides and meal plans and grocery lists and how to this and FAQ that, and just a ton of value that we add. And then all we do at the end of that meeting is say, cool, these are the things that go with your program. You're going to need protein for this. You're going to need recovery formula for that. You're going to need extra amino acids, creatine, whatever. What flavor would you like? And then they just pick flavors, and then we place the order for them. It's on subscription. It goes to their house every month. And then that sale usually covers the cost to acquire them. And if you only do like organic stuff, it still took you time to get that person in. So you can offset the hours that you spent with the commissions.
Yeah, I know the answer to this one because I've heard the story before, but the choosing of the flavor, talk about the sales strategy of that, because I think for people that haven't heard that story before, one, it's phenomenal, but two, that strategy alone, even in not in this context, is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. And then you start to see it through the lens of like everything. And it's basically just the ultimate assumed close. So if you're in sales for any amount of time, you probably heard assumed close, which is just basically like an A/B offer. So as opposed to being, do you want to sign up for this thing, yes or no, right? Most people default to no. That's why their limited beliefs and all the stuff keeps them out of shape and broke, right? If you say, do you want to do this or that, people are more likely to make a decision because it's the aspect of control. They have a choice. So when it's selling products, you don't say, do you want this, yes or no? You're the coach that's telling them what they need. And so you go, cool. Would you like vanilla or chocolate? Would you like blue raspberry, pink lemonade? They go, and usually they go, which one do you like? And I go, I like this one. Cool, I'll do that one. Because if they sign up for a coaching program, it's because they want you to hold their hand and walk them through it. If they didn't need a coach, they would go on Google, they would download a free plan, they would go to Planet Fitness, and they would get abs, but they can't do that. So you might as well give them step-by-step what to do because they paid you. What's so funny is like in the online space, those guys collect so much more money than the average brick and mortar gym owner on the program.
Yes.
So much more. And then they're afraid to ask for like $300 in subs. It's like, it's just really interesting, like dichotomy for me. It's like, you guys are charging premium prices for like customized programming. And then it's like, I don't ask them for a $50 protein. It's like, what are we talking about? So
Yeah, 100%. Have you guys seen success in any other area or just that onboarding call? Like, have you ever seen it sold on the initial call or like halfway through the program or any other spot?
So thank you for the question. So I'll tell you one of my biggest mistakes of my career. I launched subs, and there's actually a launch play that I can get into, which I think is great for online guys too. But I launched, we did about $53,000 in subs in the first month at my brick and mortar gym. It was 141 clients. And after that, the next step that Alex taught me was, cool, now all the new people that come in, you're going to sit down, do that process. And I was like, okay. And I was like nervous to do it because I was like, well, they just paid $600 for this challenge. I don't know if I want to ask for them. Like, I had the same limiting beliefs everybody else does. And so I skipped it. And I was like, I'll do it at the end of the 6 weeks after they convert because they'll trust me more and I'll make more money. And then the first round, I was like, I text out, I'm like, dude, we're closing like $500 packages of supplements. Like, this is working. And he goes, I'll never forget. He goes, you do have the top sales record. So like, I'm not going to say you're wrong. He's like, but what I know is people are most motivated to buy stuff in the beginning of the journey. So you should sell it before they start working out. And I was like, and I just dragged my feet. Cut to 6 months later, I did the math of all the people that didn't make it to the end of the 6 weeks, never got a chance to meet with them on supplements, never got a chance to do the second sale. And I'd lost $100,000 in potential sales.
Oof. Just from the people who churned out, they didn't even make it to the,
Yeah. Because I was only focused on the people that made it to the end, that got the results, that loved me, and then bought effortlessly. Because I was afraid of rejection.
The easy closes. Yeah.
Right. So I only counted the easy closes. I didn't actually look at like the average ticket on the front end. Now that I'm smarter and I listen to people that make more money than me, I have 2 gyms now in Florida, and we always do it in the beginning. And the team just did 39 grand in the last like month, just following that process. So the long answer is you always sell it before they start training. But other things you can do are like big internal plays, that's what we call them, to your existing clients. So what it looks like is you and your coaches use the products, you document it, you talk about it, you post it all the time, and then you release the results. You're like, hey, I increased my bench by this. My body fat decreased by that. I'm sleeping better. You just tell the truth. Don't make shit up. Don't lie. Don't like, if you didn't get results from products, don't say that you did. Like, just people will smell the bullshit. but you release the honest results, and then you go, hey, who would like to do a free thing with me that's like an additional service, a shred for the holidays, 0 pound challenge, whatever it is, right? We just did lean for Halloween, we launched. And then when your clients raise their hand, be like, cool, let's do an extra meeting to customize your plan, talk about goals, because you've been with me for 3 months or 10 months, whatever. Let's reset some goals. At the meeting, go, cool, here's what I took. What flavor would you like? And
Hmm.
it's the easiest way to monetize a quote unquote free thing. And
Yeah.
that's how we launched to a lot of our affiliates.
Yeah, that's super cool. So, all right, so selling it on the front end launches and you can run those at any time, right? Like is there a certain rotation that you recommend?
I'll give everybody the best times a year. So you can do it anytime. But January always crushes, especially for like what's his name? Russell talks about this in all of his books. Like if you don't keep selling your current clients new things, they will churn out because you didn't sell them new things.
Hmm.
Right? It's not just providing good service. You have to keep selling them.
Engage.
You got to re-engage, right?
Yep.
So January for the new year, always a good time. May, right before like summer starts to become a thought in people's mind, and
Yep.
then the back to school because they gained weight over the summer and they want to get back in shape. So
Yeah.
those 3 times of the year, like the biggest pops that we see just naturally in the market for supplements and challenges in general. But you can do it, you can anytime. I would say twice a year should be the minimum cadence for any, weight loss program.
I'm curious on this one. So Black Friday does really well for us. Do you guys do anything specific on Black Friday, or would you recommend?
So Prestige Labs does a big blast of like a flat, crazy 25% off code. Is the only time of the year that we actually do anything like beyond like a 10% discount because we're very premiumly priced. Like it is the most expensive stuff on the market. One, because the quality, and two, because we are helping the gym owners and fit bros make commissions, right?
Right.
We do one big blast that's like it's like an extra month of revenue just on Black Friday to Cyber Monday. But that's because we don't do discounts often. And so I don't know what you guys do discount wise, but like usually when it's only once a year and they know it, people go hard because like
We do it too in Black Friday.
yeah, you just have integrity around pricing all year round.
Yep, 100%. This is an interesting question as well. Let's say an online coach gets in, they have a good social media following. Do you ever see them just sell subs to their audience and not actually to their client base?
Dude, I love these questions. So I have kind of a contrarian viewpoint on this, and I'm happy to be proven wrong. But generally, like link in bio, man, am I just tired of that. I just don't,
Me too.
I'm just like, everybody immediately feels that creepiness, right?
Yep.
And you got to remember, so like most supplement companies are multi-level marketing, right? We are not. We're an affiliate, which means like there's
I
us,
was
there's
going to ask that actually.
yeah, there's us, the affiliate, but so that's all there is, right? Multi-level means that uplines, downlines. That's how they don't pay a lot because they got to pay 6 different people. Like it's gross. I don't like it. I'm obviously biased, but like I don't like it.
Yeah.
But the link in bio thing just feels kind of scummy right away. So like if you want to do that, what I always tell people with big following is like just document the fact that you use it. Don't put a link in your story. Don't say go use my code. Don't say anything. Just talk about it. Just be like, I'm doing a new flavor review of this pre-workout, and just do a flavor review. Don't ask for anything because they will then DM you and go, where do you get that? And
Hmm.
then you go, oh, I have, like a wholesale account. I use it for my high level clients, but hey, do you want a free thing or do you want a free consult or whatever? Like it'll lead to sales. But
Hmm.
I would always do just on my small personal account when I had the gyms, when I was like owner operator, people would DM me and I'd be like, yeah, let's jump on a Zoom call and I'll walk you through it and I'll give you a free meal plan. And I would sell them $500 in subs. So it's just, if you ask for the sale in your socials, unless you got millions of followers, you're not going to get anything substantial.
Yeah, not worth it. I was literally, I wrote down as you were talking, I was like, I wonder if he ever does this as a lead magnet, but it sounds like that's what you would do organically is use it as a lead magnet. Is that right?
Yeah, and we provide on the prestige side like done for you meal plans and grocery guides and like it's like 2 grand worth of assets. So we just give that to the affiliates they can use as lead magnets if they want to. So it's like, do you want a free 42-day, detox plan or food list or protein baking guide? Like, do you want this free tool? You slap your logo on it, you use it, kind of white labeled, and then it's like, cool, that leads them to a meeting where they get the deliverables. And now what's really funny is that it's the exact same meeting as the person that signed up. They just didn't buy the coaching program. They just bought the subs.
Yeah, that's super cool. Man, this is cool. I feel like this podcast is really cool because, like I said, I feel like nobody talks about this, like these cross sales and things of that nature. Um, Random tips. What random tips do you have that we haven't talked about? Like, what questions should I have asked you about supplements that I haven't?
Um, well, I can give you the biggest limiting beliefs that I had to get over myself. So one is that I already charged someone a lot of money, they're out of money. That is a limiting belief that holds you back. So every entrepreneur goes through this at some point. I'm sure you have your own version of this, right? My version of like the amount of money that I could generate actually came from forced pressure. So like I got evicted from my location one time after like years of being there. And I had to find a new gym, a new space. I had to build it out. I had to like, renovate all the things, right? It was $117,000 that I needed to generate in like 42 days. It was like a crazy like
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
we did it because we had to do it, right? It's like it was like, we sold the staplers, we sold everything possible just to make money. And it's one of those moments of like when I have to make the money, I can do it, right? Every human is like that. So I had to do it, so I became resourceful. The people that bought your $2,000 program, or like what's an average ticket? Like let's actually use real numbers. What's in your world?
For NLCA,
Yeah,
between 7 and 10.
great. So I mean, it's literally it's like a rounding error to add supplements. You know what I mean? But like we have this fear that they don't have money for things. And so every split test we've ever ran of like clients that buy subs versus don't buy subs, the ones that bought them got better results. And it's not actually because the products are good, even though they are. It's because it's the extra commitment to the process. They're reminded of their journey every single day. So whatever limiting belief around like not selling other things, I would just say get over that. That's the number one thing as far as like beliefs to be broken, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I love how you always say for the client results side that the supplements are habit forming.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool, right? Like you said, the sleep multiplier is by your toothbrush at night, your pre is by your workout shoes, and those are triggers to go get the job done. Which almost, if you're a coach, is like having an assistant coach without having to manage an assistant coach, which is pretty cool.
And the very first time, because clients don't stay forever, like we know that. The very first time you have a client from last year that continues to buy Prestige Labs and you see the deposit in your on your dashboard, you're like, wow, I remember Julie. Right? She's still buying the stuff. So like I still have clients from years ago that still buy on my referral account. And like it just shows you people will keep buying products even when they stop doing service. And if you want like a reactivation campaign, look at the people that still buy protein and hit them up, be like, we're doing a new thing. So it's a belief that had to be shattered for me. And like I said, I lost 100 grand not being smart. So like, I hope no one else does.
That's cool too, because I've seen the dashboard, right? On the dashboard, you see all the purchases, seeing the people that you used to work with, and then hitting them back up. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, I had no intention of really like talking about how people could sign up, but I'm sure people are curious. How would somebody sign up for Prestige if they wanted to?
Oh yeah, it's free. It's affiliate.prestigelabs.com. Affiliate.prestigelabs.com. And you get all the training and stuff for free. So there's no cost ever. We just give you all the free stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there was no cost. I thought there was.
Yeah, because we give so much, they assume it must cost money, but it's like, no, it's a rev share. Like we make money when you guys sell. That's all.
Yeah. Rock on, man. Well, hey, I really enjoyed this. I know you're coming to NLCA Live. You're going to be talking at NLCA Live. You'll be talking objection handling. You'll be talking sales. You're even going to get some people up on stage, right?
Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe if we have 5 minutes after this, I'll pick your brain on the best way to do it. But I love sales training. Like it's my favorite thing in the world. It's because when you can watch someone's beliefs change in front of you and then they trust you and they give you the credit card, like I fucking love it. It's like my favorite thing. So I'm pumped to talk to your students.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Selling is just an extension of the coaching process at the end of the day, right? It's like the first step of the coaching process.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the best part.
Cool, man. Well, dude, this has been great. Where can people find you? You're posting great content too. I know you gave me a shout, but I see your content. You're killing it on the real game. Where can they find you?
Thanks, man. It's Ed_Turney pretty much everywhere. TikTok, Instagram. Haven't done LinkedIn yet. I should. Haven't done it yet. But yeah, Ed_Turney. If you just search me, you'll find me.
All right, y'all. You guys heard it here first. Join Prestige Labs, start selling supplements. It helps your clients, it helps your business. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.